Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the tournament. We had a little bit of a delay. The multiverse decided to make me temporally ill. That was fun. But I'm here with Alex.
Yes, after about a month off to let everyone rest and recuperate, very much including the commentators, we are back to continue on with the tournament.
Indeed. And we start off with Hook, who is apparently on a women's beat-up crusade?
I mean, we cannot blame Hook for the draws in the tournament, but this is unfortunately the situation he has been put into.
Yes.
I believe this is also a me versus you matchup.
I believe so, because you picked Hook and I picked Tony Storm.
So yes, we are starting as we mean to go on.
Yes. Tony Storm, I think, my only female pick, to be fair.
I had two.
You definitely had two. Random had Sunny and someone else. Kiana James, that's who they had.
Yes.
The fact I can remember Kiana James now, off the top of my head, is a concern.
I don't think you had anyone else.
No, I only had Tony. Because I went on a suplex crusade.
Overall, we did have about a 50-50 success rate for women going through.
Yeah, well, I had 100%, technically.
I had 50%, and the random had 0. So
yeah, I got all of mine through, so that's a moral victory. Tony Storm going for the shoulder attack, going for now drop toe, going to put Hook to the ground.
Yeah, I think limb work might be smart here against Hook, trying to, especially going for the arms, make it easier to potentially break a grip if he gets the kata hajime in.
That is fair. I think both are thinking limb work, though, considering Hook does also want to go for the word that you just said. I'm not even going to pretend I can pronounce it.
You are allowed to call it the red rum. I'm just flexing.
Freaking flexing. Didn't realize you were the Excalibur of the team. I'm just here being the Taz. Which means, yes.
I mean, kinda. I am play-by-play for the most part. At least moves.
To be fair, Taz...
Except for that one time I messed up
to be fair,
one of the moves.
I do enjoy Taz's commentating. There goes Bryce. Bryce is
Bryce, as is customary, Bryce gets taken down and busted open by the looks of it.
Yeah, definitely busted open. A nice shade of ketchup red. Definitely not crimson.
Solid headbutt from Tony Storm, inverted or otherwise.
Indeed. Tony Storm apparently has the head of a Samoan.
Yeah, that... somewhere deep in the lineage.
Somewhere deep. You're going for an interesting belly to belly. I would refer to that as. It's not, but it
it's like
is.
a variation of a spine buster.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird hybrid. I don't know the actual term.
I'm pretty sure it has one. I'm not sure what it would be either off the top of my head.
It's something Japanese, probably.
Maybe.
Pure hunch, based on the fact this is a Japanese game. Go for the roll-up is Tony. Only a 1 count from Bryce.
Yeah, again, another potentially smart strategy is just catching Hook off guard.
Over the turnbuckle!
Big toss.
Tony Storm, for a second, became Darby Allin when it came to gravity. My lord. Big boot, failed to get it, goes for the suplex, also fails to get it, counted by Hook.
Yeah, I don't know if a suplexing game is what you want to get into against Hook.
I mean,
like suplexes.
I can see a vertical suplex. I wouldn't go for a belly-for-belly contest.
Yes, we know he has a excellent suplex game, as well as, judo background and submissions and such.
And there is the bow from the timeless actress, Tony Storm. 3-time AEW Women's Champion. 1-time NXT UK Women's Champion.
Now this is interesting, getting the body scissors down on the what is normally a Texas Cloverleaf, normally attacking the back more. I think that would actually be attacking the knees more.
Yeah, it's kind of a very strange hybrid of a Texas Cloverleaf and a figure 4 in some aspects. Definitely a very effective submission technique.
Yeah, taking out the legs. We do know Timeless Tony Storm did start applying a...
There's Red Rum.
I believe that might just be a regular choke. You don't got the arm passed, but...
Yeah, very similar, to be fair.
Yes, a lot of... I mean, the goal is the same. It's to choke your opponent out.
Yeah, it's Red Rum light. That
Yes.
actually sounds like a decent like diet drink. To be fair, diet red rum, but I suppose.
Yes.
What a move! What the hell was that?
It was like it started out as like an STO, but she put so much force into it, she spiked him head first.
That was an amazing technique. I might actually have to ask her what she calls that. My God. Tyler's going to the top rope, looking for a high fly production. Hits the double axe handle.
Yeah, crowns him.
Into a backstabber. Tony's been putting on a hell of an offense against Hook. Much better than Sonny.
Real variety, which is again better than Sonny.
Yeah, real variety from the serious actress.
A lot of talent in this ring.
Surprise roll up. Might get Hook 2.9.
Yeah, as I said, catching Hook off guard. Like, Hook relatively inexperienced, especially compared to the Timeless One.
Yeah, the Timeless One in many productions, many star acting roles. You got to think Luther has been training with her as well.
Yeah, definitely. Will only serve to widen her base further with the knowledge of the great butler Luther.
And also, you got to think that Hook is aware of the one piece of advice Tony loves to say. I believe Tony might reach the ropes here. Yes, she does way too close with Hook.
Yeah, again, we talk about that inexperience and just not pulling them away first.
Yeah, and you know what Tony likes to say? Chin up, tits out, and watch for the shoe. That's been very effective with the kick so far.
Effective with the kicks. Hopefully won't decide to go find and bring out more weaponry in the form of various shoes.
I will alert you, there is no high heels under the ring apron. I did double check.
Why did you double check for that specifically?
Oh, simple. Renee Paquette was annoyed still.
You know, no, that's fair. We listen to Renee. We, unlike some people, actually listen to Renee.
Yeah, Renee makes a lot of sense. That and John Moxley threatened to bleed if we didn't help Renee, so I did a favour.
Honestly, that generally it baffles me. People don't listen to him when you consider that John Moxley is the.
Yeah, it really is fascinating a decision.
Not that Renee needs the help, really, but you know it's there. So
yeah, Renee is just one of our backstage managers in this world. It just is what it is. She relishes the role. What can I say?
The multiverse is a strange mistress.
It is indeed. Wait till you hear who the general manager is.
Which one?
Number 12.
Oh, good. Yes.
The one who does off Tuesdays.
Off Tuesdays.
Yeah. There's the head's colliding. Tony immediately recovers. I think perhaps grabbing the rope to propel himself back up. Goes for a snap suplex there.
Yeah, just trying to keep that momentum up while you have it.
Clothesline. Tony Storm's just trying to avoid the red rum or the dairy hajime. I tried.
Akata hajime.
That's the one. There's the move again!
Yeah, it's
brutal.
It's a very judo-esque move, which is, you know,
very
an interesting choice against Hook.
I have no idea where she's pulling that move out of, but god damn, she's pulling it out of the tank.
Yeah, if it is not impressive.
It's just mid-transitional spike DDT from a judo setup.
Yeah, just full force through that, like throwing through that SDO.
It's definitely a fascinating move. A vertical suplex. Storm indeed does challenge the suplexes. A
low blow from Hook.
A fanny kick, indeed. Hook tried to take advantage here.
I just wanted to let what that calls it.
Yeah.
Roll up.
I mean, it was indeed one. And there's the victory for Tony Storm, eliminating Hook.
Yeah, Hook's out. That's another one for you, and God knows you need it.
I mean, I'll take it if Tony Storm wins. I'll take it. Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Storm managing to avenge Sonny and be the first woman to eliminate Hook in the tournament. Congratulations to Toni Storm for the victory. So, I have a theory. Alex, I have a theory. The Multiverse hates me at times. A bit too much.
I tend to agree.
Yes, it's established. Because I get to see Will Ospreay wrestle, which is something I am never against. I have no idea who bled prior to this, but let's not worry about that. He's fighting...
Hell of a dark match here.
He's fighting Nacho Libre. Now, people might be a bit confused. Nacho is not wearing Nacho's attire. I have it on good authority that Aaron Hanare, of all people, decided to play a prank on Nacho.
Did he lose his gear?
I believe the term was it was temporarily seized.
Okay.
And there was an oi from Will. So, you know we're back in Essex. But yes,
yeah, GCW live from Essex.
Live from Essex in the Argos parking lot, apparently. Featuring a lot of blood.
That does sound very GCW.
It does indeed. Very bloody equation. Again, no idea who bled. Let's not ask the question.
We were not here for whatever dark match happened.
Never gonna look, it was Titus O'Neil versus Jeff Jarrett in a Katana pole match. Who knows? The universe is weird. But
barely covered there, not even getting a 1.
Will Ospreay, a very renowned wrestler. Also, one of the most renowned autistic wrestlers as well, which is something I learned this year.
Yeah, well, I mean, just one of the best wrestlers, full stop. I think a lot of people would find it hard to disagree with that statement.
Definitely an Indie Hall of Fame frontrunner, if such a Hall of Fame were to exist, I think.
And just a New Japan Hall of Fame, if they ever think that's a good idea, which I'm surprised they don't, if they don't.
There'll be many, many like retro nominations before Will, I think, unfortunately.
Probably, but
Japan is
definitely
very
he very much belongs in there.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of the modern roster do, when we think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what, you have Okada, you have, I'd argue Jay White, I'd argue Omega, Ospreay, Naito.
Yeah. I would even throw
Tanahashi.
people like Kushida. Yeah, I'd even throw people in like Kushida in there. Just
Kenta
as well, yeah.
Yeah. Tiger Mask, just in general.
Yes.
Also, Black Tiger, I think if you have to do one, do the other. Nacho taking advantage, however, which is surprising me here.
Does have the the size advantage, the power to throw around, but Will's taking that away by choking him out.
I mean, that's just how you do an Essex welcome, really. You just choke people out when you see them.
That is harkening back to the swords.
Yeah, indeed. I think many people forget about the swords of Essex. I don't blame them.
I watch WCPW. I remember these things. I don't remember everything, but I remember some of these things.
I remember his tag team partner being questionable in more recent years. Well, definitely the Shawn Michaels of the two. Shades of Mysterio with the 619. Don't quite think it's Essex area code, but...
No, I don't think it is either.
No, I'm pretty certain Essex is like 07 or some shit.
Most English just start with 07.
Yeah, most of it's 07 something. And
big monkey flip to the outside.
Yeah, Will go to meet the fans, but not the way he'd want.
Big power move there from Nacho Libre.
I mean, that is Nacho's strength, to be fair. He has the weight, he has the muscle capacity. Powerbomb.
Yeah, Hurricane Rana counted into a powerbomb for a long, close fall.
You gotta think the weight perhaps doesn't help Nacho in that move, because in reality, he's gonna fall quick. And it's not too hard to counter the Hurricane Rana into the powerbomb normally.
Yeah, just as long as your base is strong.
Nacho is evicting Will Ospreay every time he gets in the ring.
Yeah, maybe looking for a count out. Maybe Nacho not realizing it's 20 counts.
I mean, honestly, considering he won his first title with a finisher to the outside, I do believe he might not know. Roll
Small
up
package.
here. I believe Nacho with the pin, only a 2 count on Will. Monkey flip.
No, yeah, another monkey flip. Keeping it inside this time. Scoop
And
slump setting up for
a
that knee drop.
split.
Yeah, that splitting knee drop.
Yeah, it sure looks like a splits. Shades of Cameron, I guess. Another roll
Another small
up.
package.
Is it enough? No, it is not, but it was very close.
Yeah, we're getting deep into these close falls. That's the Hurricane Rana this time.
There's a punch.
Just a straight knockout shot.
When in doubt, drop kick. There goes Will for the 5th time this match.
Nacho looking for space, looking for those openings to get breath, I think.
I mean, I don't blame him.
When it comes to this match, Will Ospreay will definitely have the stamina. Stormbreaker.
There's something Nacho wouldn't faced before. For a new Gen 2.9, Nacho recovers out of the Stormbreaker.
Yeah, able to get out of it. A fantastically silly move.
I still love the fact it's called the Stormbreaker, because it just reminds me of the book series. Not gonna lie. And the really bad movie. Goes for the drop kick there.
A series of kicks. Bit of a back and forth striking and running exchange we are in now.
There goes the double axe handle.
Scoop slump into the corner.
And Ospreay has hit his head on the turnbuckle.
It's a rare mistake there from Will.
Yeah, Will, I think not. Perhaps, considering the distance there. Oscutter!
He was calling it so much last match and never hit it this time. Doesn't even call ahead of time.
I think he's learned it only works for Randy Orton. Nacho running. Kitchen sink.
Somehow turning Will inside out with that one.
Big
boot misses.
Drop kick also
Drop
misses.
kick avoided.
That's a Guri. 3rd time's the charm on the kicks. Headlock counted into a backdrop by Will. He's got to think, what's the plan here? How do you take down Nacho?
The pendulum backbreaker from Nacho. Nacho trying to rally the crowd.
It is working. There's
Maestral.
It could be it. Will kicks out just in time.
Leapfrog. Drop kick.
Yeah.
Will Ospreay taking advantage, heading to the top.
There's a shooting star, but I thought Nacho was in the ropes.
Yeah, that looked like it was in the ropes.
Steve
Nacho
Austin.
kicking out anyway.
Apparently, Steve Austin doesn't care about your ring ropes.
Senior referee Steve Austin. It is his discretion after all.
And the Stormbreaker might also not be his discretion. It might just be the end.
Nacho still able to hold on to 2 Stormbreakers.
That double stomp to the back, putting all your weight into the landing.
TNA kick. Calling for it to look for again, maybe?
But he's not going for it. In Will Ospreay tradition.
One-man Spanish fly goes for the cover.
It could be it. It is not.
A lot of impressive moves and a lot of even more impressive kickouts at this point.
Yeah, Nacho just showing his endurance here. Goes for another pendulum. Trying to rally the crowd.
Slides under.
Well, going for
is
it.
correct.
A Canadian Destroyer DDT
Yeah, some flipping DDT.
into a super kick. It really has been a tale of two different styles here.
Yeah, this has been one of our most back and forth contests of the whole tournament so far.
The Spanish Fly into the pin. And that is enough. The Spanish Fly perhaps knocking the wind out of Nacho Libre. Ospreay winning the match.
A long, hard-fought contest, but it is Ospreay's in the end.
Like, that is one of the weirdly most back and forth contests of the tournament. But regardless, good showing from Nacho, but the winner is Will Ospreay. Congratulations to you, sir. So, I should probably explain why Cora Jade is out here to begin with. And that's because there is a second title on the line. Now, you may be thinking, why was someone who was in round 1 and lost here? Good question. It's because the title is for the loser weight.
As we are going to have a series of fatal four-ways, the person who gets pinned moving on to the final fatal four-way, and whoever does the pinning does get immunity from the title.
Indeed, this is something that came from my own sort of timeline. Who's Here Championship, of course, coming from Alex's, the loserweight, coming from my own weird imagination after seeing a German indie brand have a similar concept. And I really like it. I think it was a funny concept. So, there's going to be a lot of weird matchups. I'm going to tell you this now. Because a lot of the people who was drafted were good.
Yes, we drafted with the intention of, people who would win the tournament, so bar from random, really.
Yeah, so Cora Jade, the only one I think we all agree fits into this bracket, considering Josh Alexander, Pac, and Ultimate Dragon are here.
Yes, all former champions in their own right.
Yes, now, the rules, again, are simple. The person who is pinned moves on. The person who pins is immune from ever having to challenge for the title again. Basically, if you win, you're not a loser.
Mm-hmm. The main caveat, I suppose, of the Losers Championship is you are not able to challenge for any other belts whilst having that title.
That is absolutely correct. You hold on to that until you win.
Mm-hmm.
And being the loser, you can't challenge for anything else because you are a champion.
You are a loser.
Yes. Now, we will also explain one other thing about this division. I guess we call it a division, since it is a title belt. There is such a thing as Champion's Veto. So, as you may or may not have been noticing, we had two champions lose, which were Shane Taylor and Wardlow.
Yes, Shane Taylor winning the Who's Here belt in the qualifying Rumble, and Wardlow already being the Never Openweight champion.
Indeed. So how that works is they can't challenge for the loserweight. Same as reverse, basically. They have nominated one wrestler each to represent them.
Yes.
Now, there is one caveat to Champion's Veto, and that is whoever loses the title first will be the next challenger. So if Wardlow loses the title, say, tomorrow, Wardlow would face the inaugural Loserweight champion. Same with Shane Taylor.
That puts a lot more weight on Shane Taylor, I think, because the Who's Here belt can be pretty hard to keep hold of.
That is true, but I will say the Neverweight division in this multiverse is stacked. Like, let me just name some of the names that Wardlow had to beat to qualify. He did have to beat Josh Alexander, which makes Josh the second time loser, I guess, in the situation. He also had to beat Okada. He also beat Roosh. And somehow he managed to beat Becky Lynch. Because this multiverse does not care for your gender stereotypes and what titles you can get.
Yeah, no. This universe does not care about gender politics.
Yeah. The never openweight division was stacked. With a lot of the people who didn't successfully get into the inaugural heavyweight championship qualifiers. So, you know, I think it's a fairly even chance of Wardlow losing, as it is for Shane. Especially given Shane's dominance in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, that was a very impressive performance. There is a reason we were so surprised. That was a 2.9 already, with Pac pinning Cora off of a running press, like not even going to the top, properly going to the top rope, just running off of the turnbuckles.
Yeah, but that's the desperation for the loserweight belt. You don't want to ever have to fight for it again. And having that immunity is so key.
Winning has a lot more value than simply not losing.
Yeah, so I should also explain the history of the loserweight belt. There have been 3 champions in 3 separate universes. I am under good authority that the longest reigning was Marcel Boffel, who lost to Carlito. So there's a fun fact for you. Super Dragon was the second ever champion. And the inaugural champion, unbelievably so, considering how well they were doing in this tournament, is Tony Storm.
Yeah, we saw them advance earlier this evening.
It's strangely apropos. Now, I will also say, if there is no
Jay Driller onto Ultimo Dragon.
I believe he also calls that the walking weapon, or something similar.
I would say you are the expert on Josh Alexander here, so
yes, he's had it under a few different names, to be honest. Like, he had 2 in TNA, and I cannot remember which one was first.
Back suplex into the bridge.
Breaks it up.
Seems like it, broken up. Of course, as well as not wanting to lose, people do want to win. They want that immunity.
Indeed, it is one of the only ways in which we could guarantee that contestants actually do want to break up pinfalls, because I never understood that in any elimination match. For instance, when they break up pins for no reason.
It is one of the stupidest things that ever happens in an elimination chamber.
And it happens
when someone decides to break up a pin.
And it happens every time. It really
happens
does.
at least once a show, yeah.
Yeah, it's just weird. Yeah. I also got the name wrong. Apologies. Josh's move is the Divine Intervention or the C4 Spike. And you had 2 names. Yeah.
I think I will continue to refer to it as the Jay Driller just out of respect.
That is very fair. I will refer to it as the...
Salisa del Sol.
Pac is just letting it happen.
Well, again, it's the difference in mindset. Like, Cora might really want that immunity. Pac just doesn't want to be the loser.
That's fair. That's fair. That is a really strong mentality to have, you know. Even if you don't win, there are many people who could possibly challenge for the title.
Yeah, the most important thing here is not losing.
Like, that is the main thing. You gotta think perhaps
Jawbreaker.
Pac sees a lot of Penta in Ultimo Dragon, to be fair.
Yeah, probably a lot of influence on the Lucha Brothers from Ultimo Dragon.
Yeah, it'd be a hell of a team up. I can say that for free. Elbow to the face.
Big rolling elbow to the face.
Into a German. Josh breaks it up. Josh also wanting the immunity. Can't blame him there, though.
Yeah, I feel like Josh definitely feels like one of the most slighted. As you said, he's had a couple losses. One on screen, one off screen, but feels the need to make a name for himself again.
He just does not want to have to fight for the title. Pac gets the pin on Cora. So
yeah, sneaky little roll up there. The other two were still brawling, and Pac gets you all clean. immunity. Cora moves on.
Indeed, we will see if Cora manages to lose further. But for now, Pac is immune from the Loserweight division. Hey look! It's your least favourite wrestler!
Yes, the ultimate underdog, the most lucky bastard in the entire tournament so far.
I don't know, Pac might claim the title for that.
I mean, Pac's certainly looking to claim it after the last match, but...
Yes, we are in NXT 2.0, and Sunil Singh moved on to face this man, Joe Coffey.
Joe Coffey, who beat someone in the last match, beating Josh Alexander, and Sunil Singh beating Eddie Kingston, even though Eddie Kingston was under the ropes.
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you don't.
No, I don't. You had a clean victory. What do you want about?
Strongly disagree.
I feel like we're going to both strongly disagree on this. Sunil Singh and Joe Coffey, both randoms, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I think so. Yes.
I didn't pick either of the men. I know this.
Neither did I.
There we go. That's how we confirm.
Yeah.
Sunil Singh has had a habit of not being in ring gear. I think perhaps he has lucky shirts.
Maybe.
I mean, how else?
He certainly needed the luck. I mean, he certainly needed the luck. Because he did have ring gear in the Rumble and he didn't win. So maybe, maybe it is a thing.
Lucky shirts. It's canon.
Maybe it is a thing.
Yeah, I think it is a thing. I think perhaps he's gone to a really good tailor, not Shane Taylor to clarify, and got some really, really good shirts.
Yes, I think Joe Coffey was certainly one of the more sensible picks from random.
What do you mean? Sonny was a very normal pick.
Was it?
It was in the April Fool's universe.
Okay.
But unfortunately, we are a few days past that.
Mm-hmm. I say that. We did also think Ultimate Dragon was one of Random's stronger picks, and that did not go well for them at all.
And I thought Taz was one of my sensible picks. I lost to Goldberg.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you with that one.
Goldberg was, I think, mayhaps the most sensible pick. In kayfabe.
Probably.
In kayfabe. In real life, no. But in kayfabe, yes.
Yes.
Sunil is currently, I would argue, at least 50-50 with Joe.
I think he got more offense in, but I feel like Joe's has been more effective.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I feel a lot of people forget here that we are facing two people who are champions in WWE. We had the NXT UK Tag Team titles for Gallus, if I'm not mistaken. Because they lost it to Brooks and Jensen.
I believe they've had the regular tag titles as well for NXT.
Maybe? I know they definitely lost it to Brooks and Jensen because they were the ones who brought it in for the unifying match. That Gallus lost initially. I'm not salty about that at all. And Sunil is a former 24/7 champion. After, I believe, pinning his brother.
Who then pinned him, then... It happened, there was a lot of back... There's a lot of back and forth between the Smil brothers on house shows.
Yeah, then R-Truth happened, and it kept happening, and it's like 10 minutes of a YouTube video on the WWE Network. So,
one of the biggest disappointments of a belt.
Unfortunately, yes.
But both in its design and also, like, they just kind of gave up on it. Some of that stuff they were doing early on with Jinder Mahal was great.
We have a backslide there, only a 2 on Coffey.
Standing drop kick sends Coffey down.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that Joe definitely has the advantage in terms of singles competition. Sure,
yes.
Sunil Singh has been a singles competitor, but is more prolific for his tag team work as the Bollywood Boys / Jinder Mahal's personal assistants.
Yes. I will say I think Joe's been doing a lot more tag stuff than single stuff of late, as far as I can tell, but He definitely has a lot of singles experience.
Something ICW.
ICW, WCPW, you know.
Defiant.
Basically all your big British indies.
Progress, probably, if we squint.
Probably somewhere in there, yeah. Backslide again.
Goes for the pin, 2. Only a 2. Coffee hoping to not enter the loser's bracket.
I don't know if anyone who is gonna go out at this point is going to be forced into the losers, but
that's fair. But
there will definitely be arguments for them to have to challenge for it at some point.
Yeah, there's definitely gonna be some superstition, I think.
Yes.
Elbow drop by Sunil.
Running elbow drop by Sunil that looked like it did more damage to Sunil than it did Joe.
Sunil dodges the hit. Didn't dodge those ones, but you know.
Yeah, dodge one to take a dozen.
I mean, it can be an effective strategy. Depends on how hard the first one is. Super kick. Into a discus lariat. Both men down. Sunil is the one to recover.
Bit of black coffee for you.
Another super kick.
Another high stack pin.
It's enough!
Jesus Christ, this man.
It's the lucky shirt!
The lucky shirt moves on.
Sunil Singh is still in contention for the title. What is going on in this universe? Oh my god, congratulations Sunil Singh. I guess the best super kick in the roster? Question mark? Oh god. Finally, I get to commentate a match where I don't fight myself.
Yeah, like, I think I had one in the first round and I've got one in this round of 2 of my guys fighting each other.
Yeah. And surprisingly, I still have quite a few people going through to round 2 already. Sorry, round 3. And round 2, to be fair.
I mean, proportionally.
I lost one person, but I got 2 through.
Yeah, are you ready for this big lucha match?
Big in more ways than one.
Yes.
This is a hoss match with flips.
Yeah, this is a hoss match between 2 of the biggest flippy dudes you will ever see.
Not named Willie Mack.
Not named Willie Mack, yes.
I believe that was indeed a match in the Indies, and I want to go back and see it again because that would be cool. Yes, Keith Lee and Brian Cage, both well-documented wrestlers.
Yep. This is the high-flying division of the Meat Planet division.
This is the God AEW. Please use these guys more division.
Yes, 3-point tackle there.
Like congrats! You just got rid of Parker Bordeaux and Slim J. Congratulations. Now, can you use Keith Lee, please?
You got rid of some people that weren't useful, and then some other people that were a bit of a weird choice.
Yeah, Stu Grayson once again gone.
I didn't know Stu Grayson was still technically with the company.
Oh no, he was because he joined the Righteous.
Kinda.
No, he did. He was a member for like a month or 2. That's the last time I saw him. Like legitimately.
Good. Yes, I know. I get bits and pieces of Ring of Honor, but it's like, yeah, he kinda joined and then they disappeared.
Yeah. Like, I know. I don't think who else got released. I know Santana left. The Boys was a baffling decision.
Yes. The Boys was one of the weird ones.
I think that was the only weird one, let's be honest.
Certainly the weirdest one, but I say this as a Dalton Castle fan, so.
And I say this as a person who looks at Parker Bordeaux and goes, huh, that was a failed experiment.
You decided to hire him in the first place?
But, like, I feel as though he was one of the most hyped up guys ever in modern wrestling. And he does nothing.
Yeah, kinda.
Like, he just does things.
I mean, there was that, like, Was it Ari Davari big money stable that existed for 2 weeks?
No, it existed way longer than 2 weeks. That existed for
It
like
lasted
months.
long enough to get Sonny Kiss to turn and join them, and then they all disappeared.
Apart from Ari, I think Ari's still in the company. I think Ari and Jeeves are the only two left. Jeeves, of course, being BSK.
And I don't know if I've ever seen any of them since.
I mean, they were a Dark staple, so...
Dark is dead.
Dark became Collision.
No, Dark just became random episodes of TV.
That's fair, including Collision.
Sometimes Collision, sometimes fucking Dynamite.
That is very fair. On to the match.
Something to do with Tony Khan not announcing matches ahead of time.
Yes, this has been a very back and forth contest so far. Keith Lee and Brian Cage not laying up any level of just
Spirit Bomb out of nowhere.
Nearly got Brian.
Yeah, that was... It caught him off guard. I think Brian thought he had the advantage. And then was quickly popped up into the air and quickly pulled back down again.
Backdrop by Keith Lee.
Keith Lee taking the driving seat, but not for long.
I feel like modern brands don't get Keith Lee.
No.
No one gets Keith Lee but Keith Lee.
For someone who essentially is a throwback with extra bits, people really fail to understand how to use him.
Yeah, and now he's just squashing people on Collision.
Occasionally, like
once
every other month.
Yeah, it's been obnoxious.
Drill Claw!
Beautiful drill claw there by Brian Cage.
Powering Keith Lee up. Will it be enough? No, not quite.
Gotta imagine that we'll see these two battle for the Never Openweight title at some point.
Yeah, I think they will be strong contenders for World Lowest Championship.
Yeah, it is as I say, it's a very stacked division of challengers who went for it.
Jackknife.
And I have no doubt that we'll be seeing even more very dominant competitors shine in that division.
Yeah, as much as it is an open weight division, I feel like it's gonna become a bit of a Meat Planet division for a bit.
Meat Planet, supremely skilled luchadors, you name it, they'll have it. Spirit Bomb. Spirit Bomb, thanks for inquiring. Not enough to put Brian Cage down.
These men are just as resilient as they are powerful.
Yeah, they don't mess.
Some kind of sidewalk slam there from Brian Cage.
Yeah, Brian Cage trying to keep momentum. Think maybe
one of his own gets countered.
Yeah, could have been a Spirit Bomb even, trying to mock Keith Lee. Not the best move. But when you got a drill claw, when you got the drill claw, you don't gotta worry about anything like that.
These two men know each other very well. Will it be enough?
2.9!
I think Brian Cage just took too long to get up to cover there.
I think both men have faced each other's finisher so many times, they've gained a level of resilience to it.
Lariat taking down Brian Cage, winning that from strike exchange. Gorilla press slam.
Into the boot. Keith Lee trying to keep momentum.
Pull him away from the ropes. Lariat ducked. Not sure what Cage was looking for, but he got a punch to the stomach for it.
Yeah, I think Cage definitely getting fatigued. Keith Lee also getting fatigued. Very hard hitting contest.
Yeah, a lot of big blows, a lot of moves taking the wind out of each other.
Goes for the chin breaker there.
Yeah, jacked his jaw. Huffman staggered.
I think that's going to be a collision. It is indeed a collision. Keith unable to gain a head of steam long enough. Stalling vertical.
To the outside.
There goes Brian Cage. The contest now going to go onto the outside. Now they do have to be careful, because they could end up in a draw here.
I believe you'd be rather happy if it does.
I believe that would give whoever they would face the bye.
Yes.
Since there'd be no opponent.
And who they would face is Tony Storm, so...
I'd gladly take it. I'd be disappointed, but I'd still take it. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a gory special?
That is a Weapon X.
A modified gory special.
Belly to belly.
Can't not think of Bailey every time you say it.
Jackknife powerbomb goes for the cover.
2. It's enough. Brian Cage is eliminated.
And Keith Lee moves forward. As I mentioned, going to face Tony Storm. What I imagine will be a very hard-hitting contest.
Yeah, it's a hell of a competition these two just put on, but only one could win. And in this situation, congratulations to Keith Lee. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back in the NWA. Apparently, it's just the magnet for these type of contests. For the second loserweight bracket. And it feels so weird saying Rhea Ripley's in this match.
Yeah, one of the bigger picks. Actually, I mentioned it. There was a me versus me match in the first round, and that was Rhea Ripley versus losing to Penta.
And we're gonna see Lee Moriarty, who I have on good authority is Shane Taylor's replacement.
Yes, representing Shane Taylor Promotions. So hoping to not move on here.
Indeed, it's staying in the same faction at least. This is followed by, of all people, Mitsuharu Misawa.
Yeah, lost in a very hard-hitting contest with Ilya Dragunov.
Did one of the better matches of round 1.
Yeah,
unfortunately, someone had to lose.
Yeah, that is the nature of the tournament, and
that was your pick who lost as well.
That was one of my picks losses.
Yes, I think that was the only match where we didn't care who won. We just wanted to see
that was one of those matches where we're just like, both of these competitors are amazing. So,
yeah. And then you can tell who random picked. Do we even have to say random picked? This.
It's probably like the one member of Alpha Academy neither of us would have picked.
Maxine, standing aside.
Yeah, maybe taking the smart play here. If you don't get involved, you can't be the loser.
But if you don't get involved, you can't be the winner.
Like, how much do you care about immunity, I guess is your question there.
I mean, you gotta think it's inexperience, perhaps.
Oh, maybe this is the strategy, looking to pick your spots. Gotta think the coaches backstage did give her a prep talk beforehand.
Gotta say, it's
Misawa
probably
already looking for a tiger suplex on Moriarty. Moriarty might be able to fight out, but
I gotta say,
it's double suplexed for it.
It's not the best strategy. If this is the strategy Chad gave her, then I'd question Chad's strategical mindset.
I mean, I don't know if even Chad's faced something like the loserweight belt before.
No, but given how he does seem to miss every major opportunity, he might. Again,
Much to everyone's dismay.
Superstition, as they say. Maxine tangling with Mitsuharu Misawa. There's a sentence you didn't think you'd hear. As Lee Moriarty and Maxine just watch the two hardest hitters get involved with one another. Maxine trying to climb for a victory, does not get it, only gets a 1 on Rhea Ripley. Misawa sending Moriarty. This is one of those moments where it's a very unusual situation being for all of these people. You know, especially, as we were saying, Rhea Ripley and Mitsuharu, who, for reference, are two very skilled people. Are we about to see the Caterpillar? Yes, we are.
It looks like we are. And yeah, both long holding champions, and people like talking about how many reigns champions have, and I think what's way more significant is how long you hold them for. And Rhea's held her current title for a while, and Misawa definitely held some of his titles for quite a while as well.
Yes, I believe coming up to WrestleMania, Rhea will have held it for a year. Roughly.
Yeah, it is a hell of achievement, especially when you're defending it regularly, unlike some people.
Yes, and speaking of that WrestleMania, looking forward to Gunther's match, making him join a very elite group of members of people who have defended the title back to back at WrestleManias. I believe there's only 5 people who quantify for that.
The caterpillar there from Maxine.
On to Misawa of all people.
Yeah, not a statement people would have expected. Flying clothesline from Misawa.
On to Maxine. I have to question the caterpillar's effectiveness.
Seated stretch.
Because it's not a very hard hitting move, and you're hitting someone who is effectively a brick shithouse.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem the optimal strategy, but who am I to judge?
I think Moriarty's strategy there of going for complicated and deep covers is probably a better strategy, but still only got a 1 out of it.
Yeah, I mean, Moriarty definitely the person who could lose this, as is Maxine.
Big axe kick just to the back of Moriarty's head there.
Like,
Maxine back to staying away from the fight.
Yeah, Maxine's just observing from the looks of it.
Grounded stretch again. Keeps getting into a cover, forcing them to kick out instead of using it as a submission.
It's a very unusual tactic, but it could come into their favour. Rhea now faces Maxine. Maxine takes advantage. Goes for the punch on the head.
A series of elbows there to Maxine. And then gets them from Misawa. Followed by that axe kick again.
Definitely a bit of an unorthodox one.
Maxine overpowering Lee Moriarty there. Roll up. Only gets a 1. The other benefit of, Maxine keeps taking away. She's probably the freshest person in this match just because she keeps taking those breaks. She keeps stepping away. Got a roll up.
Yeah, I can't deny that for sure. She's definitely the freshest, but will that matter in the long run if she's not doing anything?
Again, it's that question of how much do you care about immunity?
I mean, I can't speak for Maxine, but I would care a lot about the immunity. But who knows? Maybe Chad's got a master plan. Maybe I am just not knowledgeable.
I mean, yeah, there's always the argument of picking your spots, I suppose.
But like, what sort of spot are you picking at this point?
I suppose the hope is everyone else takes each other out, but
This just doesn't seem like a very effective plan. But again,
ankle lock applied.
Who am I to
Rhea
judge?
breaking it up.
He's gonna be a very...
Rhea seeming to want it.
I mean, I can't blame Rhea for wanting to not have to face for the title again. Rhea probably thinks it's above her pay grade, so to speak. I can definitely see why.
Inverted STO there from Rhea.
This is the one title the Judgment Day does not want.
Roll up. Roll up, and both Lee Moriarty and Maxine were willing to let that one go.
Baffling decision. But again, if it works, it works.
And in the end, the most important thing is not losing.
That is fair. But now Maxine's having to deal with Rhea, taking the advantage of a winded Rhea.
Yeah, stomping a hole in Rhea's stomach.
But it's not going to be very effective in the long run, just stomping the opponent.
Impale at Rhea, suplex to Maxine.
Yeah, everyone was down. Everyone back up, but not for long.
Stretch again, going to recover. I wonder how well that would, much damage that would have done if he's doing it more of a submission.
Probably a lot more than it did, but it's Sometimes you just got to take as much as you can. You can't be too picky about how much damage you do. Lee Moriarty, only have one Kyle Misawa there.
Lee's really looking for these quick pins.
Can you blame him?
I mean, no, I think our last one won from a quick pin.
Yeah, he indeed did. Pac did get the roll-up victory on Cora Jade, whilst Josh and Dragon were fighting one another.
It is definitely a strategy in these big multi-man matches.
Goes for the elbow.
Tiger suplex.
Breaking up by both competitors.
Yeah, they were letting it slide before, but not now.
I don't blame them. Rhea trying to claw an advantage here from the Tiger. Falcon's arrow. No one kicks out, but nobody gets knocked out either. This contest has gone on for 16 minutes as of current. Beautiful arm break there by Lee Moriarty. A Emerald Flosion on Maxine Dupree.
Yeah, Lee Moriarty picking... Well, go for the roll-up on Misawa.
Again,
still only getting a 1 on those roll-ups.
Misawa just does not want to be pinned, apparently.
Yeah, as we say, most important thing here is not losing. And if anyone here shouldn't lose this, it's Misawa.
Yeah, it is his to lose, so to speak. Being the, I would love to say, veteran. I don't think legend of the team.
I mean, both statements are very accurate.
There's a kick to the head. Lee goes for the... gets discus for his trouble.
A discus forearm. Courage of forearms again from Rhea, bouncing Maxine's head off of the turnbuckle.
Not painless, but he will do the job. Rhea dragging Lee. Rhea then getting involved with Misawa.
Yeah, you got to think two stronger members in Rhea and Misawa there.
Definitely the powerhouses of the fight. Moriarty gets suplex, takes his time, go to the ring. There goes Rhea.
Yeah, a bit of teaming up between Maxine and Misawa there. And another.
Gotta take your shots where you can. Elbows there. Well, not elbows, like shoulder barges.
Maxine hoping to take this opportunity to learn from another expert, I suppose.
That is a risky one. Could come to advantage, though. We'd have to see. All of the punches, all of the elbows, all of the suplexes. No one is giving up, though.
Yeah, everyone crowding, taking their turns, taking their shots. No one able to find an opening to get a pin.
There goes a arm ringer by Lee. Maxine taking advantage of Misawa. Rhea, elbow.
Tiger driver.
Could be enough. It's not enough. Maxine kicks out.
Not enough. Maxine showing that resiliency, all that training with the Alpha Academy has paid off. And now we have the actual Border City stretch on Rhea.
Lee did it! Rhea tapped!
Rhea tapped to the Border City stretch.
Of all the people who could win, Lee Moriarty does it for Shane Taylor. Shane's got to be happy with that. The joint custody taking the victory there.
Hell of a comeback for Shane Taylor Promotions.
Yeah, Lee's strategy of just quick submissions and quick pinfalls, raking it in, trying to gradually gain advantages, has scored in the win.
Yeah, finally found that opportunity. Congratulations to Lee Moriarty.
Indeed,
and commiserations to Rhea, moving on.
Indeed, so Rhea and Cora, both in the losers bracket so far. Very interesting end result there. But
yeah, we will have two more of the loser matches, and the other 4 for the second round of the bracket coming up in, I imagine, the next show.
Indeed. We'll be seeing people like Goldberg and Ilya Dragunov going in hard-hitting contests. The question is, who will they face, and more importantly, who will win those matchups? Only time will tell, but unfortunately, this is all the time we have so far. We have been your hosts, Mr. Egg and Alex, here wishing you a good day, and hoping to see you in the next leg of round 2.
Ta-ra.
Take care!